before he ended up facing charges.
Posts videos of himself to YouTube.
What up, Brad? Look at that, Riley's Powersports. Thank you, Riley, for sponsoring stuff. Hey, we had to bust out the influencer BMW for this video because that's all we are these days, boy. Influencer, bruh. Look at her. Oh, she's so sexy. Oh, I don't care if it is an influencer bike. I do be having fun on this thing. I can't lie. I bought it as a joke because, you know, Jared, did you blow that? That was disgusting. I bought it as a joke, really. Just because all the influencers have one. And, you know, I'm not going to be particularly nice to my S1000 like all they are. Although I'm really going to ride it, do some dank nooners with it. But anyway, boys, today's subject is Adobe Moto. Really? Oh, you know what? Really? Let's dial it back a bit. Let's dial it back a bit before I start swinging. Swinging on that little dog. That little dog and that little cute round face he got. Today's video at some point was going to be about something, but I was going to mention the track day. Smear! Jared, put up a thing. I don't know. Smear, right? That's the track event, influencer track day thing that we did a couple weeks ago, and we're doing it again, by the way. Jared put up the thing and the dates, okay? If you want to ride with any of these popular influencer guys and get out on the track and, you know, actually get to be pushing it, because if you really want to actually go fast with the brand, that's the only place you're actually going to get to do it. It's not like I'm going to go out and meet anybody on the highway and just rip with them, you know what I mean? That's never going to happen. But on the track, let's go. Let's go. In our race suits on a controlled course, let's go. Bring it on. Meet me on the turf. Meet me on the turf. Alright, calm down. You know what I mean? That's what it's for, right? And so that's great. And that's soon. It's like 2 weeks from now or something. I don't know. It's sometime from now. It's soon. It's in the middle of the month. It's the beginning of the month, I think. Anyway, but Adobe Moto decided to insert himself. Now, he had been invited to the first one, so everybody understands. And he bounced around and didn't, I don't know, I can't remember if he didn't respond. I'll check again and ask Jared to put up on the screen. I don't know if he responded or anything, but he didn't have anything to do with it. He didn't show up, right? There's a lot of people that were invited that didn't show up. So now we have our close little circle of guys that went, and then we've added a few more that we know are going to be good. And the idea behind this influence track day is pretty simple. Let's go somewhere where it's legal to hoon on our motorcycles and safe, and let's all have fun together and make content and push that kind of content. Because, you know, there's not really much of that. You know, you don't really see track day content, you know. But with all of us together, we feel like it's kind of a cool / fun thing to do, and / promoting safety and blah blah blah, right? It's a little different, but the bro really likes the track now. I'm a big track fan, you know. I do be, if I get invited to a track day, it's whoever's running the track day says that they're not charging me, your boy will be there. I'll be there squeezing in my race suit, you know. I love it. It's so much fun, and even if I have to pay, you know, I'd still consider going at least. But Adobe Moto, and Jared, insert the Adobe Moto clip, which is kicking off this video, which is what I'm going to start talking about.
And by some 40-year-old YouTuber who can't figure out his life and wants to go do a track day influencer thing. First of all, what makes all of you social media motorcycle influencers think you're so special? Okay, there's guys out here that do this for a living and actually like are actually racing and winning titles and championships and real social media influencer racing association. What the kind of bull is that? I feel like that's a slap in the face to a lot of people who win actual trophies, who, you know, practice for years at different tracks, crash, go down, get hurt, get up and do it again. I think that's a slap in the face.
This, because it was supposed to just be that and then a normal video about whatever, but nope, now it's about Adobe Moto and his big old mouth. Alright, so let's just address who he's talking about first. He's talking about Max Wrist, because that's the only guy that's old and bald and blah blah blah. Jared, start that clip, the picture with the old bald reference on the story. That. Okay, you see that? So he clarifies who he's talking about in that particular video, but he still digs on all of us by saying that. Now, I don't know what planet Adobe's on. It's not here. I don't know, like, it's crazy to see someone in the social media circle and yet has zero clue how much influence the social media circle has. He's brainless. He deleted this video, but I don't care. He thought it. He said it out loud. I'm gonna make fun of him for it. That's how it works. He is, has to be the dumbest guy on the planet to actually sit here and say that and just wholeheartedly have no clue why. I hit up Yammy Noob. Now, Yammy Noob is going to very sweetly tell us how basically what I'm thinking. Because I knew, as soon as I heard Adobe saying that stuff, I knew that Yammy Noob, being a guy that's all about the track and hardly rides streets and hardly rides anymore, makes kind of similar content to Adobe. I think Adobe's good, what is it called? The cheap brand at Walmart? Is it Good Day or whatever? Adobe Moto's like Good Day or whatever it's called. Yeah, what's it called? Put it on the screen. Adobe Moto's like that from Walmart. Hold on, I want my cruise control. There we go. Beamer Life, influencer bike life. Let's go. Sorry, Yammy Noob.
I was asked to weigh in on this, and I want to preface this by saying that I had never talked to Adobe Moto. I don't know the guy, I don't know his experience, but this is kind of a bad take. Anything that raises the awareness of track day and safe riding is awesome in my opinion. And if you've actually ever been club racing, you know that most people just do it for fun. It's not that serious. I've been doing track days for like 8 years now. I've been racing on and off for about 3.5 years. And this whole idea that there's guys like chasing trophies and championships and going out there, yeah, sure, maybe in Moto America, but really like in CMRA here where I'm in Texas, like some guys take it really seriously, but honestly, it's just about having fun. And I think that putting social media influencers who have an incredible reach in the public eye on track shows that everyone can do it. And it's way better than doing 180 miles per hour on the highway. So I don't know, Adobo, I think this is kind of a bad take.
Okay, thank you, Yammy Noob, for your 2 cents. And that's exactly what I was thinking when I was watching Adobe Moto. So Yammy Noob thought the same way I thought. And now I'm going to say what I think, which is the same thing Yammy Noob thinks. We have the influence. Some random MotoGP rider that's in MotoGP can post on his Instagram, hey, I'm having a track day, and all the, anybody and everybody should show up, and it'd be great. No one's showing up other than some hardcore racing guys or track day guys that are already on the track normally. In order to get people, especially all the squids on the streets, to actually go to the track and learn how to ride a little bit better than they do now, right? To learn how slow they really are, how scared they are to break up into a corner, a trail break through a corner, and lean the bike over when they really start to see and they get coached by coaches and all this stuff. It's going to be eye-opening for so many new riders. And Adobe Moto doesn't care about those guys at all. By his example of what he said, Jared, what he said right there.
Social media motorcycle influencers.
That's Jared. That right there, that's what he said. It's crazy to me that a guy that's in the space that really tries to act like he's, someone that people should listen to is this stupid. Like it's actually laughable. And if any of y'all out there follow Adobe Moto, I would just heed the warning on anything he says, just by example, his take on this, which is crazy, because what he is too small-brained to understand is that the only people that can say something about going to a track day and people actually showing up to a track day is us. It's Jigsaw Bruh. It's the Max Risses and the Maxis and the Matthew Woodsies and the rest of the guys. No offense to the rest of the guys that I didn't name you, but there's a bunch of y'all. Those are the ones that I'm most familiar with, and the Saiyamans and blah blah blah. Right? It's us. We have the influence. So what better way to get people to go to the track than the influencers hosting a track day? Wow, that's a crazy concept. But oh no, according to Adobe, we're taking it away from real riders, real racers that be racing and crashing, as if a bunch of us ain't crashed, as if like somehow because you dedicate more time to just going to the track, somehow that means that you're entitled to the track and everything about it, and just because and some random guy being say wants to have a track day like and advertise a meet, how dare he do that, because he's taking it away from that guy. Nobody knows about that guy, Adobe, you dumbass. Nobody knows about that random track guy. Nobody knows. And in order to make it to where there's actually a lot of track guys, where there's actually more reason to have more ride smarts and track days associated groups, where there's coaches and guys that actually get to go teach people how to ride safely, faster, Ninja 250 gang. In order to do that, there needs to be influence in the space. Otherwise, you get a bunch of guys on S1000s on the streets hanging around, chasing pow-pows, because that's what the normal influencers do, Adobe. That's what they do. And guess what's popular? Have you ever been to a ghost meet, Adobe? Have you ever seen the group rides surrounding that? It's all guys with these really expensive bikes with low rider skill, no offense to you guys, popping pow-pows and go really fast on the highway, and they're just lucky to make it. Or they don't, like the 3 that died that weekend that in Miami. I made a video already talking about that, why people go to ghost meets. So what do you want, Adobe? You moron? Do you want people to go to ghost meets, or do you want them to go to the track day influencer group? Like, you idiot. That just makes me so mad. Like, you're so stupid. Like, where do you want them to go? Who else is gonna get them to go to the track? You? Nobody even watches you anymore. You're literally irrelevant at this point. I looked at your views. You cleared like 60K for a full month of videos. 60K. That's how much people pay attention to you now. And then just because some influencers try to put on a track day, you actually want to make a video, try to talk down on us. Guys that are literally on top of the influencer chain, like guys that actually get views when they post, or guys like that actually make a video talk about something and people actually listen to it. You want to talk bad about them? You want to say something about them for just trying to get guys to go to the track? Like, holy shit. Just gonna have to bleep everything I say. Like, I just can't fathom that that's Adobe Moto. That's how small his brain works. His brain has got to be the tiniest little speck of nothing. He must have like went out the shop and held down the limit or put his ear up next to the exhaust for a couple hours. Like, because it just, his brain's cooked. Like, that's how he literally can't think past the fact. Like, I don't know. It was like the worst take I've ever seen in my life. Realistically, I hope he was joking. I hope it was like a really bad joke / dig / attempt at drama, because he is kind of irrelevant, so maybe he's trying to dig up some drama. But personally, I just think he's actually that stupid, because even if you're trying to dig up drama, there's way better ways to do it than that. Like, he could have brought up drama. He could make up some drama by actually coming to the track day, Adobe, because you're still invited, by the way. You know, you can still come if you want. I'd love to see you on the track. I know you're not going to be in A group with me. Yeah, not the way you think.
How tough am I? I had a bowl of nails for breakfast this morning.
Yes, so?
Without any milk.
Right this way. Sorry to keep you waiting.
But hey, pull up the track, find out. He won't though. He's not going to do anything. He probably he might make a TikTok responding to this with his mom in the background for sympathy or something. It's pathetic. But anyway, I'm sorry for kind of a mean rant. It's kind of a mean rant video, I ain't gonna lie. In fact, I need to reset this. Hold on. And I'll reset myself for that matter. Brahs, Dad is sorry for yelling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll calm down. I just get fired up about certain things. This is one of them. Because I can swear when Adobe was relevant and I actually saw him pop up in my TikToks and my Instagram or whatever, I know he's talked about how he's going to the track and how everybody needs to go to track and wear proper gear and blah, 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 blah. I know he's a Yammy Noob kind of talker, right? Like I said, Walmart brand Yammy Noob. Because Yammy Noob's better. Love you, Yams. Love you, Yams. Yams. Jared, put Yam's face somewhere right here. Thank you. Because Yam did something to me, the ultimate squid, right? He started a little bit of friendly beef that ended up me going to the track, and now I be making track videos because I love the track. It's so much fun, especially with the boys. Oh, out there slaying, dragging the knees, goofing, passing up BMWs that are going slow for some reason, even though they're riding a BMW. Oh, ain't none better. Nothing's better. Have y'all seen like Matthew Wood's videos of him at the track? How excited he is on his little KTM 390, whatever it is. I didn't even know what that bike is. I can't remember off the top of my head for some reason. It's like the 390 Duke, but it's got the fairings, so it's not a Duke. What is it? I don't know. Anyway, y'all see how excited he is in that video? Like, he's so stoked. He's so stoked, and he's learned so much so that Matthew Woods, a guy that just everybody digs on for not doing anything other than standing around talking is going back to the track again to learn more and to ride more, you know? Like, what a great thing, you know? So it just blows my mind that someone like Adobe can actually, in good conscience, with a, you know, with thinking about it, oh, what do we got back there? A little 250? So I think it's a GSX 250, like an older 250, maybe, I don't know. Or, oh, you know, it might be a GSX 500. I don't know. Anyway, it just blows my mind that somebody like that, that's in the space, that knows, like, I mean, maybe he's not as in the space as I think he is. He should be, because I'm in the space to where I hear about everybody dying, okay? I hear about the riders dying. I see the DMs. I've been DM'd probably, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10 times just this season, right? We're just barely getting in it. And I see these DMs of people talking about so-and-so that died memorial ride. Be nice if you could show up. Blah, blah, blah. Be nice if you could post this. Which, by the way, no offense to all you guys, but I can never post that kind of stuff because my feed would be full of dead riders and memorial rides. Because it does happen pretty often, and it shouldn't. Just FYI, I'll never post that kind of stuff unless it's directly related to me. And if your friend personally died on a bike and you're holding a memorial ride, it's your responsibility and his friends and anybody that's close to that guy's responsibility to share that ride and to, you know, make a fuss about it. You can't be reaching out to me being like, well, if he does, you know, a bunch of people show up and that'd be real nice. It would be, right? But then I'd be doing it for everybody. And then every single day I'd be going, or every single weekend I'd be going to Memorial Ride. And I don't want that. Nobody wants to see that. You know, you get what I'm saying? In case y'all are wondering why I never, if somebody else seen that, y'all seen I've responded, but I've said that I wouldn't share it. That's why. It's something I can't do as a popular person, quote unquote, because it would literally be my whole feed. And we can't be having that. We got to keep it positive over here. But anyway, so that kind of stuff solely drops on you guys, the guys that are close to the people that have these accidents. Losing my train of thought. Oh, so it's, for me, I see this all the time. I think to myself, what can I do? Because I'm still going to be me. I'm Jixbro, okay? I'm going to get on the streets. I'm going to kill it. I've always done that. I'm always going to do that. Till I die, that's what I'm doing, right? But can I add to it? Can I do something a little different or add to my content a little different that might actually be impactful in a good way or something like that? What better way for Jixbro to try to point people in the right direction, Adobe, are you listening? Then for me to go, hey guys, we're having this influencer track day. Me and a bunch of other influencers, like last time it was my editor Jared, Matthew Woods, me, etc., right? You can meet us and ride with us on the track. We can race around on the track together, having a great time. We can do that. You and I can do that, right? What better way to entice people to go to the track and learn something? Because they're not gonna just get on the track and ride with me. They're gonna get coaching. They're gonna have people watching them. They're gonna have they're gonna be put in an environment where they're gonna learn some stuff that might actually help them out in the real world. Because there's plenty of those, oh, I'm going too fast, here's a turn moments. There's tons of accidents that happen like that. Jared has been in that accident. Jared, raise your hand, Jared. You've been in that accident. He broke his back, came up on a corner too quick, tried to get around it, ended up hitting gravel, fell off. I think it was mostly the problem with the gravel, but I bet if he really thought critical about it, if he would have had a little bit more braking / turning experience, he might have been able to make it out of that, right? Right, Jared, or wrong, Jared? So, to try to advertise this and push it is a good thing. And it's really sad and pathetic to be digging on other influencers for having his day and laughing about it, bro. I just keep reiterating at this point. I feel like the video needs to end now. But it's just like I said, it makes zero sense for someone like Adobe to be laughing at what we're trying to do. There's nothing funny about it. He should be encouraging it. If he actually cares about you guys, the viewers, the regular riders, y'all guys, if Adobe Moto actually cared, he wouldn't be making a video laughing. So if y'all think for 1 second that Adobe Moto cares about the rider community as a whole, that's what's laughable. Because he doesn't. He clearly cares more about who and what and blah, blah, blah. Like, he doesn't give a crap about actually putting people in real world environments to learn. He doesn't care. If he did, he'd be on board with this, but he's not, because he doesn't. So I don't want to hear anything about Adobe Moto being a good guy or this or that or that. I don't want to hear anything about it, because in my book, he's trash. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. The comments are open. Nothing gets deleted, by the way. If you say something fiery, I've seen this happen before on a sensitive subject. If you say some fiery stuff with some cuss words, YouTube will delete that comment. I don't delete comments. It doesn't matter what you say. I will never delete a comment. We need some fresh brake pads so we can really roll some stappies on this bad unit. See that whoop-de-doo section, boys? It got spicy! Oh, okay. Anyway, Brahs, that's the end of the video, Brahs. Comment what you think about Adobe and that take that he had. And, yeah, just let me know if you think that's the biggest clown behavior you've ever seen in your life. And you should agree with me, because it is. There's nothing funny about influencers trying to host a day for guys to go to the track that would otherwise never know about it or never go to the track. Because the only people that are going to make these guys that don't know nothing about the track or would never go is guys like us, whom they might be like interested in quote-unquote meeting / riding with. It's a great place to do it. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you in Phoenix in a couple weeks on these dates, 17th, 18th, track, whoa, my brain. Hold on. I've lost all train of thought. There's nothing in my mind besides space and void and space and nothing. A whole lot of nothing. There's a thought in there. I just gotta fish it out. Track days. They're hosting. Jared will have the link. It'll be at the top of my bio if you want to go. If you're in Phoenix, get your tracksuit out. Come ride with us. Send the link. You click it. You sign up for the 2 days. Alright, love y'all. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna do some gooning.
His YouTube page continues to post videos of himself speeding